Alright folks, AP and vertical flight, here we go. Vertical flight can be tricky, but by using the hover autopilot, you can take off, hover, and land with ease.
Welcome to the vertical flight autopilot training. Vertical flight can be tricky, but by using the autopilot, you'll be a master.
Someone order a pizza. Alright. Okay, so he told me to enable hover mode.
Also, enable the altitude autopilot mode.
Enable altitude.
The hover mode will assist you in staying upright and keeping your horizontal velocity under control. The altitude mode, when combined with the hover mode, will take control of the engines and convert inputs into climb or descent rates. In this mode, keeping your throttle lever centered will hold you in a hover. Then you can raise or lower the throttle to climb or descend. You can check the position of the throttle lever on the altitude control status indicator on the HUD. When using the hover autopilot modes, keep your left thumb away from the tilt control. Any engine tilt less than 90 will disengage the hover autopilot. Go ahead and lift the throttle to full to take off. Keep climbing until you reach your target altitude. The autopilot will limit your ascent rate to a safe speed.
Hey folks, you got Kevo here, and I am messing with the VTOL. Lift throttle now, climb to 164 feet altitude. Let's go. I mean, when you listen to all
Okay, now set the throttle lever to the midpoint to hover at this altitude.
Make it seem easy.
Now you can use the joystick to move around horizontally. The hover autopilot will handle attitude control, so you just have to tilt the joystick in the direction you want to go.
Is that how you do it?
You can also twist the joystick to yaw. You can keep track of your relative horizontal velocity by using this indicator on the HUD.
What indicator?
As you move around, study how the autopilot handles the vehicle. It'll help you when you try manually flying it later. Let's try flying into some targets. Try hovering at the next series of waypoints.
Here we go. Where did it? Like, missed it. Yeah. Go, go.
Now let's try to land back on the helipad. Bring yourself to a stop by centering the throttle to hold your altitude and steering the stick in the opposite direction of your horizontal velocity indicator.
What is he talking about? Is this the helipad right here? I think this is the helipad. Bring yourself to a stop by centering the throttle and steering the stick in the opposite direction as your horizontal velocity.
Use your yaw control to rotate towards the helipad. Begin to move towards the pad. Adjust your altitude control and steer your velocity vector so that it points just above the pad. As you approach the pad, slow your forward speed and rate of descent by pulling back on both the throttle and the joystick. Remember to keep making very small adjustments. Adjust your rate of descent and bring it down nice and gently.
I got this.
Touchdown. Throttle down and enable the brake locks.
They were already on.
Congratulations, that completes the tutorial. Next time we'll learn about manual vertical flight and transitioning into horizontal flight.
That was easy. Air-to-ground missiles. Today you will learn how to use air-to-ground missiles, AGMs, to destroy armored ground targets and everyone living in them.
Welcome to the air-to-ground missile tutorial. Air-to-ground missiles, or AGMs, are useful for precisely hitting light to medium armored ground targets. First, power up the targeting pod.
Okay, what? Power up the targeting pod? Okay. Got it. It's not working. Okay.
You will use the TGP to designate targets for the AGMs. Now arm the weapon system.
Arm the weapon system? Okay.
And switch to the AGM 114.
I think we're missing our target here.
These are small, laser-guided anti-tank missiles. Since they home in on the laser point emitted by our TGP, you must maintain line of sight to the target until it hits. To fire it, designate a target using the TGP, point your aircraft at the target until the missile locks on, then pull the trigger to fire. You can also switch the missile seeker's uncage mode to manual, which will allow you to fire at targets off bore sight. In manual mode, you hold the trigger to uncage the seeker, then press the weapon switch button to fire. Try shooting the targets around the mission waypoint using the AGM-114. Remember, you need to maintain line of sight with your TGP in order to guide the missile to the target.
Autopilot disengaged.
I hold what to uncage it? And then I do what? Oh shit, we're gonna die. We got this, oh, I have a break?
Shaft flare.
How come no one ever told me I had a break? I don't understand what I'm doing. Slow down. Oh crap.
Over T.
Oh, did I have a visor. See that? Oh, you guys can't see it, but I can see it. I can see through. I can see through my dashboard. Hello. Sorry, Jim. Really? Okay, Well, there's only one thing left to do. Don't understand what I needed to do.
Welcome to the air-to-ground missile tutorial. Air-to-ground missiles, or AGMs, are useful for precisely hitting light to medium armored ground targets. First, power up the targeting pod. You will use the TGP to designate targets for the AGMs.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Oh.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
There we go, there we go, there we go. Got one?
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Got one.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Where's the other ones at?
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Bring that guy right up my sights. Settle down, little donkey. Okay. Why aren't I shooting? Let's go back.
switch to the AGM-65. This is a larger, slightly heavier hitting anti-tank missile with a more advanced optical seeker. With this type of missile, you do not need to maintain a lock on the target after you fire it. The fire and forget capability allows you to fire at multiple targets in one pass or take cover after firing.
Falling, falling, falling so ever gently, falling so ever quickly to my fate. But where are all of these guys?
Shoot. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Dude, I suck at this.
Landing gear. Shoot.
Hey. That's cool. But I mean... Alright, it's pretty close. should have been able. I got 2 more missiles, so I gotta make them count.
Nice shooting. This concludes the air-to-ground missile tutorial.
Yay! Huh. Well, I think that's pretty good for now. Now what do I do? Oh, it's bad. Well, good seeing you guys. Catch you guys. I don't know. Some other time, I guess. Some other day. Possibly tomorrow. I mean. Well, as they say in Hawaii, Mele Kalikimake, Kalikimake Hikeho.